Leaving aside the details of any specific project or expense item in the county budget for a moment, there exists the more general issue of how best to ensure large taxpayer-funded projects are managed in a cost-efficient way, with the appropriate emphasis on project functionality as opposed to gold plating, etc., and that in-process waste, redundancy, and budget overruns have been avoided. What new methods and approaches would you introduce to ensure accountability? And give us your thoughts on what the county board's role is in this respect. And I believe it's Alan to go first.
Sure. Well, I mean, clearly we can't have more $1 million bus stops. I mean, I think that was that was a debacle, and it undermined my trust, as I think it did probably for many of you, in terms of who's minding the store. And so, that's why I say I bring additional background in business and in government, and my own experience serving on the Fiscal Affairs Advisory Commission, to looking at how do we make sure we're managing projects accordingly, and that we're getting the best value really for the tax dollars that we're asking residents to pay. That applies to projects large and projects small. And clearly, the bus stop failed both the functionality test and the cost test. So, that's an area where we should demand accountability and demand that we do better. I think that's pretty simple. But I think there are examples where we've done things right. The schools, as an example, we've built a number of new schools that have come in at or under budget. And so, there's clearly the capacity in the county to get things right. Unfortunately, when we spent $400 million on 3 new high schools and didn't add any capacity, so that's coming back to haunt us. And I think that was a real missed opportunity. But fundamentally, in terms of how we manage the projects, that's something that I would pay close attention to, and I would bring my own experience in business to the challenge of how do we make sure we're getting the best bang for the buck and the value for the tax dollars we ask people to spend.